So I'm Ryan Williams. I'm an assistant professor in the electrical and computer engineering department here at Virginia Tech. And my work focuses primarily on collaboration in autonomous teams. And usually what that means is we're interested in robots that collaborate with each other towards some common goal. And what we are really interested in is goals that have some impact on society. So at the moment, we have projects in search and rescue. So sending out robots to go find people who are lost in the wilderness. And we also have a program in precision agriculture, which of course has huge economic impact. I have recently participated in CEED's Imagination program, which is their summer camp, week-long summer camp for 7th and 8th grade students from nearby New River and Roanoke Valley region. So I've participated once in summer of 2019, and we of course have plans for future engagements as well. I run the Coordination at Scale Lab, or CAS Lab, and we designed a first go, let's say, at an interactive drone experience for the 2019 Imagination Camp. And the idea was to have the experience consist of two phases. So phase one was a in-classroom learning phase. We took them into the classroom and showed them the things that my lab is into, like the search and rescue with drones, or the precision agriculture with drones, or people interacting with drones as well. There are lots of really cool things that we're doing in my lab with human-robot interaction. So we tried to give the students a flavor of how the drones can impact their lives. And then what we did is we switched gears a little bit into phase two, which was a hands-on experience. So in collaboration with Virginia Tech's Drone Park, which is a big cage where we can actually take the students out into a safe environment and allow them to actually take a remote control and fly the drones, of course, with my grad students supervising. And that gives them, I think the experience was a nice split because we hope to inspire them with what can drones possibly do for you. And then we let them fly and get a visceral experience of actually controlling a drone. CEED partners with me in really two primary ways. One is during the grant writing stage. So when I'm trying to get funding for my research ideas. And during that stage, I can come to CEED, as I have done, and they help me brainstorm activities that allow my fundamental research ideas, which, trust me, we can get very focused on and lose sight of the potential broader impacts of what we're doing scientifically. So I can come to CEED and they can help me shape my research ideas and really aim for some of those broader impacts, which is exactly what happened for this interactive drone experience. Two is, if I'm lucky enough to win one of these grants, then I can come to CEED and really do the real work. So CEED has these excellent programs, one of which I've discussed previously, this Imagination Camp, and tons of infrastructure for not only running these camps, which of course is critical, but to me, I think the most important part is it allows me and my lab to connect with the young people that really matter in this whole process. That allows me to put a drone controller in a young person's hand and have them fly a drone and get that visceral experience again that we hope will spark some imagination and some passion for STEM research in the future. We know at the moment, or we feel very confident at the moment, that drone technology is something we really should care about, not only now, but even say 10, 20, 30 years in the future. These young people, these 7th and 8th graders, this is going to be sort of the context in which they hopefully will work and be employed. So I think allowing them to get that early exposure, like in this drone experience, where they can get their hands on the drones and get some information from us in terms of what can the future impacts be, this can inspire these young people to pursue work in STEM. And the important thing is that and this is where CEED really comes into play, if my lab can get in connection with a diverse set of young people from diverse backgrounds, we can inspire them at this early stage to pursue these careers in a area that we know is going to be really impactful in the next 20 or 30 years. And I'd like to reiterate that what's really critical is giving these people these hands-on experiences, these visceral experiences, because I think I can speak all day long about why you should be inspired, why you should care about drones, why they're going to be impactful. I can sell that to you all day long. But when you really get that drone remote in your hands, I put you off in the drone cage and you go flying, you get the idea of what it really means. And it can spark that inspiration. And so I think that's what it's really about, sparking that that early inspiration for work in STEM. What I would really love to see is an email someday from one of these young people that we interact with. And I get tons of emails from people who want to work in my lab, obviously. And it would be so cool to have one of those emails be from one of these people from the regions nearby Virginia Tech, and they want to work with me, right? They want to join the lab. They want to come to Virginia Tech as an undergrad, do some undergraduate research in robotics or autonomy, and join my lab and look for a career in STEM. That would be so cool, right? So we work with them in say 7th or 8th grade in an interactive drone experience, and then 4 years later, I get this email saying, "Hey, I would love to join CAS Lab and pursue a career in robotics." That would be so cool. So that's what I'm looking for as an outcome. I think that working with CEED is just impressively smooth. And because everything is so well organized, when you're working at an institution, a university, it's complex, right? Things are tough. And outreach is a complex beast. And I think C has absolutely nailed it. And it makes my job really simple because I can focus on my research and also interact with SEED and look outside of what I do academically and hopefully have impact on people.